How would Lou Pinella go managing teams today? You're around baseball. You're around Major League Baseball. How would that look?
It would be tough for a lot of guys, man. Lou was
Right.
a essentially a hitting coach, manager, everything. He was the data, he was the analytics, and he also was the guy who was your worst critic even while you're playing the game. And he was a tenacious hitter and played in some of the craziest times in New York City. But the
Yeah.
guy was very, very smart as a manager. He knew what buttons to push with different guys, but he was more than a physical presence. He was such a very good mental aspect. And we were sitting in the clubhouse after the game was over and be talking about different things. And like that was when I was able to absorb and learn so much more.
So he had that part of him that he would sit with you and dive a little deeper because, working on Root Sports, I remember they used to say like the whole post game was just him being interviewed because
Yeah,
that's all anyone wanted to see
yeah.
because it was entertaining, B, he was super smart. But he had that about him where he could sit in a clubhouse with you and dive deeper in regards to like you can trust him or you can sort of open up to him and talk about different parts of the game. He had that side to him too, right?
Definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
as tenacious as he was in the dugout, man, obviously he was a field general. I mean, he was a little legitimate field general. I respected the hell out of him because as much as he got onto me, like he was very, very comforting also. I mean, there are
Yeah.
times though, man, you'd be like,
Really.
man, get out of my face, dude. But he was cool though. We were good. We were
All,
good.
all I heard from a pitching side is he hated pitchers. Like he just hated them. Like if you threw I'm not going to name names here, but there's a couple of dudes who made their debuts, right? Like one of them was like couple scoreless innings, and then he goes 2-0 on someone, and you can hear him in the dugout yelling.
Yeah.
And then you walk someone, and then he just hears noise. He's like, "Oh man, that's right. I forgot. He hates when
Oh
pitchers walk
man, you
through."
just never know. You never knew what mood he was gonna be in, dude. Like, bro, like we were good, and he still was like wanting
Right.
so much more. Like we were so good. Like our team, the first year, when we had A-Rod, that was kind of my connection to Lou because A-Rod was like Lou's son in a sense. Like it's
Really?
yeah. So me and A-Rod got along very well, and A-Rod was a very big studier of the game, and hitting, and obviously he got a
Yeah.
lot of that from Edgar Martinez. But having A-Rod and Edgar, and having Lou create this little bonding moments in the clubhouse after he's had his couple of heaters and a couple of drinks, and he's still kind of like trying to
Yeah.
just trying to figure out it the
Right.
next day. But he was so good at like explaining the game in a sense. And so I got a chance to see that side of him much more than the craziness that
Yeah.
we see in the dugout a lot of times. Because he was competitive, man. So he wanted to win so bad. I could go on and on about Lou stories. Look, this man used to get mad. We lost 2 in a row, 3 in a row in spring training. And we're talking about guys in spring training. Lou, you don't got your team out here, bro. These are kids. Like it didn't matter. It didn't matter, bro. Like it
Oh,
didn't matter,
dude.
right?